Okie doke. We are on to day 2. You open up your articles and your rough draft and you keep going. We have 2 more paragraphs left. We've got the last body paragraph about how they're not really educational or as educational as they think. And then the conclusion where we sum it all up. We left off saying, I remember I was bridging onto this idea. It seems as though these zoos are hurting animals in every way possible, but why? Now we're going to answer the question. Zoos feel that they are helping this planet by educating our youth. But do they really help? Question. Trying to engage the reader with a question. Remember, we had hooks that we were using right here. And one of the ways to keep them hooked on what you're doing is have questions in there. Background info, personal experience. We can talk about a personal experience. Maybe we can do that in the conclusion. Have a riddle. I've done that one before. All right. So it says, zoos feel that they are helping this planet by educating our youth, but do they really help? Now, we're going to use that first pro article, and I'm just going to borrow the title. Right-click, copy. Remember, when you do an actual FSA, you might not have the capability to copy and paste. You might have to do it longhand. According to the article titled, and then we're going to right-click, paste. I think I'll do comma. Responsibility to our fellow creatures, comma. According to the article titled Prose in Support of Zoos, Responsibility to Our Fellow Creatures. Now let's borrow. I have to reread what they said. Young people need to spend time in nature to develop a sense of values about the environment. Now I'm going to flip it around a little so I'm not stealing it exactly. In order for young people to develop values about the environment, they need, comma, they need to spend time in nature. Zoos feel, here's me elaborating, that they create an experience that is like nature, period. But at what cost? Question mark. Meaning they're trying to do something good, but there's a big, big cost for doing that good thing. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Oops. Cross it off. Sometimes leads to people to think they can keep exotic animals as pets, and then officials should stop kidding themselves. For that one, I want to go back and read who said that. That's right. Okay. A curator at the National Zoo. Okay. So, let's see. Zoos feel that they are helping this planet by educating our youth, but do they really help? According to the article titled Prose in Support of Zoos, Responsibility to Our Fellow Creatures, in order for young people to develop values. I don't know if I want to use values because that borrows it right from the article. Let's do a synonym. Morals, we'll do morals, about the environment. They need to spend time in nature. Zoos feel that they create an experience that is like nature, but at what cost? In the second article, a curator at the, I don't remember, National Zoo said that Now, I can't steal her words exactly, so let's read it. Officials should stop kidding themselves about the tremendous educational value of showing an animal behind a glass wall. The only way to learn about animals properly is to view them in their natural habitat. That officials are not being honest with themselves. They think that the only way for young people to learn about animals is for them to view them behind a glass wall. The curator disagrees. Viewing animals in their natural habitat is the only way to learn and respect animals, period. Okay? Cross this off. Bam. This sometimes leads to, okay. So, zoos, it is clear that zoos have good intentions. They are trying to do something good. But by setting up animals in small cages and putting them and having them deal with terrible conditions, zoos are setting a bad example for the public. I don't want to do according again, then I'm repeating myself. The second article states that they keep exotic animals. That zoos accidentally encourage the public to keep exotic animals. The public has no training or education on how to safely do this, though. Now I have to finish that paragraph. So, despite all the good a zoo may be trying to accomplish, there are extremely negative side effects. Period. Now, conclusion. I do want to reread this tomorrow because I know there are ways for me to make this sound better. Cross it off. All right, so now conclusion. Sum up your points, ask questions. My points are they don't do enough for animals, they hurt them, and they're not that educational. Now let me see if there's any hooks that I want to use. Open with how you felt. Okay, so maybe that. Reading the article detailing all the negative effects. No, I'll just keep it. Effects that all the negative, detailing negative side of zoos makes can do nothing but hurt one's heart. Not my heart, because I don't want to use I or me or my. I'm trying to sound a little bit more professional, like a news reporter. Reading the article detailing the negative side of zoos can do nothing but hurt one's heart. Animals are suffering because zoos are not living up to the high standards that we had hoped for. For which we had hoped. Period. Keeping these animals in captivity harms each and every one of them. And the only reason a zoo has, and not the only, and the main reason a zoo uses to justify this choice is education. But the education a zoo provides does not really have that strong of an effect on people's behavior. So why continue then? Question mark. All right. That's what the having. All right. So now we're going to file, save, since we already saved it as the rough draft yesterday. And we're going to turn in our rough draft. So let's come back here. We are on day 1 and 2. Turn in your rough draft. You go to the very bottom, add submission. You're going to click add file, choose your file. Remember, it's in the FSA folder. Zoo rough draft parody, open, upload, and as soon as you see it right there, just click save. If you have any questions, let me know.